Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Hey guys, so this is gonna be my part 3, I guess, of my massive banking of briars, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna get started. All of these horses are customs, 2 of them which I customized myself, and 1 of them which I just recently got offline. Without further ado, I'm gonna start with the ones that I don't really need to talk about to the ones that I do need to talk about. I actually bought this custom for a reason. I am gonna be using this horse in Seekers. There is 1 horse in the series, which if you guys pay attention to Seekers and you guys are huge fans of Seekers, you will know that there is 1 horse who has never actually been shown in the series, and this is that horse. But I'm not gonna say her name because you guys honestly probably won't even put it together unless you guys are like hardcore listeners to Seekers. I'm just gonna start critiquing it because I'm gonna get to these guys later, but I'm gonna start critiquing now. There's a reason I bought this horse, and it's because she is damn beautiful. I love darker palominos. I do wish her mane was white. It's more on the yellowish side, but based off how dark she is, she may have to look too flashy with a white mane and tail. So I do really like the horse because compared to the coat color, it looks white. But then you look at her socks and you're like, oh, that's not white, that's like cream color. This horse is so beautiful. She even has like a light dorsal stripe down the back, which I am in love for and dying for. I love the shadowing and the dapples so much. The dapples really kill it off for me. Just, so beautiful. I love Palomino dapples. Those horses, like, everything to me. Like, just look at those dapples. They are so detailed. I don't know how you could do dapples like that. It is absolutely amazing. And on the strapless mold, it's absolutely beautiful. There's such grace in how it looks. Oh my god. Can you guys tell I love this horse? This horse was around $130. She's absolutely beautiful. In my Instagram post that telling you guys that I made a new video, I will be tagging the person who made this horse because this horse is just so goddamn beautiful and you guys need to know who I'm getting it from. I got it off eBay though. I don't know the name off the top of my head because I honestly wasn't paying attention. I just bought the horse, but oh, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. I've always loved the strapless mold. If you guys can't tell, I've been starting to buy a lot more strapless molds. Even though I'm in love with the quarter horses, Briar doesn't really portray quarter horse to me very well in some of their molds. For example, the American Quarter Horse Celebration mold, it's just boring to me. I wish they had more of an action shot of quarter horses, which yes, they do have action shots, but like, come on, we're in cow horse, you know? I do like how the butt is super dark. I don't know why I like it, I just do. I mean, like, if you look on the inside of her thighs, it's just pale, which, I don't know, it's interesting to me, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm nice and tan on the outside, and then you like take off your riding pants and you're like, oh, I'm white, and that's just what that reminds me of. So that was my first custom that I got. I absolutely love it, and you will be seeing this horse a lot more in the future. So the second horse I got was my other custom, and this is actually a custom of Maddie, my beautiful mare. I do have to say I'm a little disappointed with her because she is very red. My horse is very, very red, and they failed to make her red, and I was really disappointed with that. They also failed at the mane, which I tried to explain to them. Could you please try to make it, you know, more of an orange color instead of a yellow color? And they're like, oh, but we don't want to make it like unrealistic. And I was like, you know, she doesn't look like a real horse. Like, she's just absolutely beautiful. They did get the face right on though. They did persuade me with the Roxy mold, which I wasn't really sure how I was gonna like it, but because the Roxy mold is just so, I guess, out there. I don't really know how to explain it, but I do not regret anything about putting Maddie on the Roxy mold. She is a little dark. I wish she was lighter, and I tried to explain that as well. I don't know, they just really didn't do a great job with the coat color, and I know I'm being really critical of it, but they did a really great job on the hooves and the eyes and the face, but it's just the whole base color that just kind of like makes me sad, but I'm grateful that I got her. My horse has a lot of sass to her. Something else that I didn't like is I told them to put the brand on her, and they did put the brand on, but it's very light. You can't even really see the brand. I have to zoom in on it. See, it's right there, and it's really not noticeable. And she also has a few brands on her butt that I told them to put on, and they're also really light, which I was really disappointed in that too, because her brands are super bold. The tail is right on. The tail is definitely right on. Looking at her in the light, she does look a little bit more on the red side, but the mane is really not that great. I don't know. And now I'm going to show you guys the brand that I was talking about. She's a little 5 on her butt. It's very light and I don't like it. It looks like it was penciled in, and I know I could take a brush and I could just like put it in myself, but I am so scared to screw these guys up. I don't even want to touch them. Like, I could send her back, but I don't want to really go through that process, if you guys know what I mean. So I guess I'm a little bit disappointed with this horse. I kind of just gave up trying to convince them to make her actually look like what she was like supposed to look like, which I'm disappointed myself for doing. But I don't know, I don't have very many pros of this horse, which I feel really disappointed in. But they did, the same company, I actually went back to them to get my second model of my other horse, and I'm very happy with him. They just missed one thing. So that was my custom of Maddie. Now this next one, I told you guys I'm going to be making an announcement on him because there's a huge story on why I decided to get him. I was never originally planning to get a horse of him. So this is Rock Solid. This was my reined cow horse. There's one critique I have on him. Besides this, they did an amazing job on him, is that they missed his birthmark on his butt, which they probably thought was dirt, but it was his birthmark. Didn't wash it off, trust me, I tried. I recently lost him. He passed away. He was only 6. He died from colic, and I'm still in that grief stage about him. I know I'm being super straight up about it, but there's no other way I can really put it besides that he died from colic. And he was originally at my trainer's, and she called my mom and said, "Hey, your horse is colicking and I don't have enough gas in my truck and I can't really do anything about it, but I can call somebody else to do it," which was super irresponsible of her, and I'm really disappointed in her because I thought very highly of her. Anyways, they ended up getting somebody to drive him down to the vet. I still don't know who. I think it was a vet. They drove him down and they did surgery on him. He had most odds on his side being young and fit, but they said he still only had a 20% chance of living, even though he was only 6. He ended up making it through the surgery, but they did the surgery wrong, and there ended up being some complications, and he started to shut down. He started to shake, sweat, and he was collapsing. He was just dying. And they said they could do another surgery on him, but he would only have a 10% chance of living. So my dad decided that it was better to put him down. They took out 60 feet of his intestine in all. Originally they were only going to take out 30, but they ended up having to take out 60. And if you don't know how much a horse has, they have 100 feet of intestine, and taking away 60, that's more than half. He wouldn't have been living the same. It was his small intestine. He had originally colicked in the past as well with his big intestine, but now it was his small intestine, which it's a very hard procedure. And it's just really sad how he left. I wasn't expecting him to leave so early. I was training on him and I was like, he's gonna be the horse I show on. He's gonna be the horse that I win on. He just loved to learn, and I truly thought that I was gonna get through it with him and possibly have a name for myself and him. Of course, I thought too soon, and actually this year has been very hard for us. We've lost 3 horses this year, so we went from 9 horses to 6 horses, and my dad's horse, Fussy, has now completely torn her tendon, so now she's not rideable anymore. So we have about 3 rideable horses out of the 6 that we have left, and it's really sad to think about. I was very open with you guys just now. I'm not crying, I'm just sick. It's been about 3 months. It's December right now. It's been about 3 months since he passed away, and I have made a video for him, so it will come out eventually. Not right now because I'm so behind on posting on everything. If you guys have ever lost a horse, I would love to hear you guys' story down below. The main thing I regret is that I wasn't there for him. I wasn't at the vet with him when he passed away. I wasn't there to say goodbye. I wasn't there to say I love you. I wasn't there at all. And the last words I said to him was, "I love you and I'll see you next Saturday," because that's when I took lessons on him every single Saturday. And I'm just really upset with how things turned out. It's been really hard this year. I wanted to breed Maddie, but I don't know if I want to because I don't want to risk losing Maddie because she is turning 18 next year, and so am I. Anyway, so this was my Briar of Rock. I'll show you guys real quick, but he did have a birthmark right here, which I think I will paint on myself because it was a fairly easy birthmark to draw and to paint on. Anyways, enough of the sad stuff. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and follow me on my social medias down in the description below. And one more thing, if anybody wants to talk to me about losing their friend, their partner, their equine best friend, or anything, if anybody wants to open up to me about anything, I would love to be there for you because I have never experienced losing somebody that I love so much. I've lost people in my life, but I didn't really know them. He was the first thing. Maybe not the first thing. I lost my pony Sheriff a long time ago, and that was really hard for me, but I haven't felt this pain in so long, and it's been difficult to cope with, but I've been learning, and it's been motivating me to do more things, and to create more things, and to work harder towards my goal. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.